To most people, a banana doesn't really mean much. It's just a good snack with potassium. And you probably think of something like this.
It's peanut butter jelly time!
It's bananas, B-A-N-A-N-A-N.
And by now, I'm sure all of you have heard about this banana that was duct taped to a wall that sold for $120,000 at a Miami art fair. And this was done by Maurizio Cattelan, an artist from Italy. Although most people will look at this $120,000 banana duct taped to a white wall and think, wow, that's really stupid. But there's a lot more than meets the eye, or in this case, the mind. The deeper meaning behind this $120,000 banana is its representation of how possessions in life can be easily replaced, but also how fragile life is. It hints to how consumerism in America has warped people's minds in believing that they need fancy items in order to live a happy life. This piece of art really holds a lot of meaning, yet the media is missing the point. They're focusing on the banana and how much it costs, but not really the true meaning behind it.
Somebody apparently paid $120,000 for this banana stuck to the wall. I mean, who would spend that kind of money?
In my opinion, the man who ate the banana was behind the whole thing to extrapolate its meaning and bring more attention to this idea of how items can be replaced so simply, because not much longer later, a banana was put back onto the wall. The idea of exploring consumerism and the lack of happiness in America isn't new. It has been done many times in film. The best example of this is in the movie Fight Club, a movie that deals with, in part, the dangers of modern consumer culture. This scene from the movie is from the narrator, whose name we don't know, imaginary alter ego Tyler Durden, the embodiment of the narrator's true thoughts and unrestricted actions.
God damn it, an entire generation pumping gas, waiting tables, slaves with white collars. Advertising has us chasing cars and clothes, working jobs we hate so we can buy shit we don't need.
Another film that deals with the hate of American culture from the perspective of a withdrawn male who is violent and sexually repressed, which is even more accurate of today's males, is Taxi Driver. The main character is Travis Bickle. He hates the disgusting and dysfunctional New York City, where he drives around in his cab, occasionally partaking in the disgust and dysfunction, in the hopes of finding the meaning of his existence. Here is a scene of him talking about his disgust of it all.
All the animals come out at night. Whores, skunk pussies, buggers, queens, fairies, dopers, junkies.
And the final movie is American Beauty. It shows what happens when someone achieves the American dream. A nuclear family, the white picket fence, a career, all of those things. And the payoff isn't what it seems. You were just chasing someone else's dreams your whole life. Why should we sacrifice our needs and desires to achieve something so materialistic and meaningless? The main character, Lester Burnham, is dealing with that, and he's just moving along in life until he finally comes to realize how much he hates where he is. In the end, Lester is happy, either by finally living the life he wanted, or because he's finally free from living in the world altogether. In the end, what we should take away from this seemingly silly banana taped to a wall is that we can use possessions as tools throughout our life. But once those things are gone, we can really look back on life and realize how we can truly grow as a person. Thanks for watching.